that between the two of us, we do pretty extraordinary things, but the world was so noisy all the time. I thought everybody does that. But what I feel what we accomplished in that week from the 13th to the 19th is superhuman. And I don't think
we'll be on soon, but this conversation on
anybody
QPTV
has
radio
any idea
is
what went on
incredibly
in this
interesting.
room.
No,
We
you just do it because you had a plan. We have responsibilities. We felt obligated to the artists, the filmmakers from all over the world, and to the community, because it is an event that the community looks forward to. And so there's that. We also had responsibility to all of our sponsors. Ultimately, it was just a matter of just doing the work.
I want to tell one important thing. In my opinion, the Queen's World Film Festival is a special festival because there are many people want to see and to meet people love the cinema. It's very important. I went in many festivals, but in Queen's World Film Festival is a fresh festival. Kate Preston love the cinema, and it's very touching. I remember my first time in the festival, and everybody came to me. Please, nice to meet you. Talk about the cinema. What's about your cinema in Italy? It's the first time because in Italy the festival are not in this. It's very there is the director and the audience. There is not a mix. In Queen's World Film Festival is like a party.
Okay.
For this reason, the Queen's World Film Festival is a fresh festival. It's a fresh opportunity for European filmmakers.
Once you decide to do something, there are a million reasons not to.
Right.
And I feel like we've proven once again, you make a list. You do everything on the list. If you write it down on the list, it doesn't come off the list till it's done.
Right.
So that's the magic solution.
You just keep making decisions. We can either go dark, we can go live, or we can put a sign up that says we really screwed up, give us 5 minutes. None of those are really good, but one of them keeps you moving forward, ever onward.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This is incredible.
You're listening to QPTV Radio from Queens Public Television Media in New York City. www.qptv.org. From Queens Public Television Media in New York City, QPTV Radio presents Queen's Perspectives. Keith David celebrates the music of Nat King Cole.
We're going to get started right now. Thursday. Thursday. Throwback Thursday. My backwards logo. You're watching QPTV, Daily Social Live, QPTV.org's live daily show. I'll start off with a little disclaimer for today's show. As you know, this is an ongoing experiment, and today we're trying out some new equipment, and in that process we lost some of the equipment we were using, and it's not gone, it's just not working the way it was working before. So it'll be fun. That's all I'm saying. Let's get started. And of course, we have a COVID-19 update. Go to qptv.org/coronavirus for all the information that we have. If you're a Queens resident or a New York City resident or just someone who likes information, we have those resources. We have video. We have a lot of things for you to take a look at. We want to show you the MTA has added this feature which allows you to find coronavirus vaccine locations by subway. Let me interact with the screen here so we can get a closer look. And obviously, places like Manhattan is very clustered. The Queens is much bigger than that borough. And it even shows you the vaccine sites that are not quite on the subway line. And if you click on a site, it comes up on the side, shows you the location. It even tells you what type of facility it is. It tells you the vaccine, who's eligible, whether or not you need an appointment, the cost, address, number, and a link to schedule an appointment. It's very helpful. Go to qptv.org/coronavirus for our COVID-19 resources panel. It's like early spring out there. 61 degrees. Last night, Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz held a webinar, hosted a webinar, Scam Awareness and Fraud Protection. And it was incredibly informative. And we brought it to you here on qptv.org. We want to remind you to sign up for our newsletter, qptv.org/newsletter. Go to the homepage. You'll also see it there. But what you'll want to do is, of course, let's check. So be sure to look out. We'll be letting you know on tomorrow's show when you can find that program available to watch again. So mark it down, subscribe. We'll let you know when you can see all this again. The CDC has released new guidelines, their first set of guidelines on how fully vaccinated people can visit safely with others. And what this means is that it explains how and when a fully vaccinated individual can visit with other people and guidance for people who aren't vaccinated. According to this from the CDC, visit with other fully vaccinated people indoors without wearing masks or staying 6 feet apart. Visit with unvaccinated people from one other household indoors without wearing masks or staying 6 feet apart if everyone in the other household is at low risk for severe disease. What we'll do, we'll update the website with this information. You can go to the cdc.gov. We have links on the website for you there. And while you're at the website, at the top of our page, we have links to our social media pages, profiles, links. Everything's up there. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you're into watching us in video, you have many platforms to choose from, along with, of course, the website. And then we're on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Please follow, like, subscribe, share, and send us your questions and comments via email to media@qptv.org. Turn on the channels. We're on Spectrum, RCN, and Fios in Queens. You have your lineup there. You can always go to qptv.org anytime to get that information as well. You're watching QPTV Daily Social Live on this Thursday.
QPTV Radio is on the air, providing community-centered programming from Queens Public Television in New York City. QPTV Radio offers an interesting and eclectic mix of unique content, from QPTV's original podcasts to audio versions of our award-winning television programs. Listen to QPTV Radio at qptv.org or download the Live 365 app on your mobile device, and you can listen to QPTV Radio on the go.
Let me tell you about QPTV Radio. While we're at it, it's the audio version of what you can see on QPTV, but it's even more because we have podcasts on there. And podcasts, while there can be a visual component, are generally an audio media form. So if you're into audio, like I'm into audio, check out QPTV Radio, qptvradio.fm, and you'll be seeing and hearing a lot of great things happening with QPTV Radio in the near future. Stay tuned to QPTV Daily Social Live for all the updates. We'll be the first to bring it to you, as with all of QPTV's going on. Let's move on to the next part here. Again, Queen's Perspectives Spotlight. We discussed the recent disturbing violence against Asian Americans, and Roslyn Nieves will talk to Senator John Liu and Councilman Peter Koo about these issues. You can take a look, go to qptv.org. once again, where is that? I want to show you. I want to make sure you see where it's at on the page here. We'll move it up for you a little later on, but it's definitely on here. You can watch this spotlight of QPTV's host, Rosalind Evans. Queen's Perspectives. Subscribe so you make sure you get every single update that we have. Let's go on to the Daily Social. We'll take a look at what's happening out there in the world of social media that involves information that we can bring to you today. It has to be informative. Till once again we start handing out the hashtags for you to respond to. We're getting there. So let's take a look. The city of New York is reminding everyone to mask up. Mask up NYC, wear a mask and wear it right to keep yourself and your community protected, because while the vaccines are being rolled out, numbers are going down, people are being generally careful. It's not the time to relent on being safe and vigilant. Also, we have, what else do we have here? We have a reminder from the Queens Public Library. New York City will be opening a new COVID-19 vaccination site at a Flushing library. Flushing's last day of public service will be Thursday, March 11th from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's today. You better get over there if you have to do anything. And of course, I say thank you for your patience and understanding. So that'd be another location for a vaccination in a incredibly central area to Queens. Not too far from QPTV's headquarters, of course. This is Daily Social Live. true, ladies and gentlemen. Non residents. Folks, go to qptv.org to find out how you can watch, learn, and create. Listen and reach out to your community, all with QPTV right now. If you're here now, stay here. If you're not here now, go there. Go to qptv.org to find out how you can get involved. I'll be waiting. Go now. Before we head out, I want to spotlight this show once again, and it's on the website. It's Queen's Conversations. Behind the conversation is this segment. The episode is Queens Then and Now. You can watch us on qptv.org right now. And I'm just incredibly fascinated with the subject of Queen's history. Should show you a clip, right? Let's show you a clip. Let's do a clip. I can't wait. Let's do a clip. Let's see. Let's turn up the audio and everything. Let's see.
Post them on the
Let's move ahead
Facebook,
because we played this
like,
yesterday. I want to hear
which is
something new.
Closed down and it has remained.
They're talking about the events I just displayed. Let's hear them talk.
So, anyways, it says it has been paused, so I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. I'm sorry about that.
Beauty of live television, live
this
streaming.
is sort of an event highlighting the history of airports such as JFK, world renowned, LaGuardia Airport, and many other airports that existed way before we knew of the sort of mid-century modern jet age. That's April 10th. Then highlighting the Women's History Month. We're upcoming in March, especially the International Women's Day. We're going to have the history. Oh, thank you. Yeah. We're going to have the History of Computer series. This is sponsored by Con Edison, celebrating women's contributions to the computer science. And the lady that's right there, pictured in the sort of early 1950s, is Grace Hopper. She was a Rear Admiral of U.S. Navy, believe it or not, but she was one of the first computer scientists and the first woman converting essentially English commands into code. Something that's super simple now was, as you can see, complex, and you had entire rooms full of computers processing information that we can now have in the palm of our hand. So this is March 13th. Please tune in for that lecture. And last but not least, we're actually featuring a very, hopefully you have the flyer for that one, a very prominent NASA engineer currently working on the Mars rover Perseverance mission, which we've all heard about. And of course, it's like the it moment right now. His name is Vishnu Sridhar, and he's a Queens born and raised guy from Rego Park. And he's the NASA Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, California engineer. So the cameras that you see on the Mars rover, he basically designed. So please tune in on April 3rd to listen in on our conversations with Vishnu. And of course, people can ask questions if you're curious about the Mars mission. So again, we try to highlight everything from history to, the present currently.
Veronica, you mentioned actually Instagram, and Queens is actually going viral on social media about hot spots all over Queens. Can you tell us a couple of places or a couple of buildings that you suggest is new hot spots where everybody can go and see? And also mention that your museum is open. Can you give us more about that?
Yeah, so our museum is, of course, not as open as we wanted it to be, but only twice a week. So you can visit the Capturing Queens exhibition and another installation on our second floor on Tuesdays and Saturdays. But be sure to RSVP on our website because we have to abide by all the COVID protocols. Yes, Queens is buzzing, and thanks to Instagram, we have been more visible during COVID. That has definitely helped us a lot, especially with our virtual programs. Uh, there's so many places right now, but I should highlight at least walking, self-guided walking tours. You can visit downtown Flushing. It has always been a hub. It's housing so many different immigrant communities from Chinese mainland to Taiwanese, Korean communities, beautiful food and restaurants. And now that they're partially open, I invite you to go and visit. I invite you to walk around again downtown Flushing, visit Jamaica.
Yeah.
Also,
It's a great episode. Please check it out. QPTV.org. And I got some pretty good news for you right now. We're able, at the last second here, able to bring you a little bit of the webinar from last night. Let's see if that'll work for us. Let's see if it works. So I think we have it. We might have it. Oh. Now, this is a preview. I'm not going to replay the whole thing, obviously, but let's see. Hopefully we can get, oh, this was very good. There's a lot going on here. So as you can see, there's a lot to choose from, but it was an incredibly informative special. And I want to bring this to you.
Financial and investment scams, and that's just.
I want to bring something to you tomorrow and more next week, hopefully. We're going to have a lot more on this show, obviously. I wish I could bring it all to you today, but there's a lot going on QPTV. I'm a part of it. All of us are a part of it. You should be part of it. And we can tell you how you can do that. Go to QPTV.org. Whether you want to watch, learn, and create, QPTV.org/watch, QPTV.org/learn, QPTV.org/create. Watch, learn, create with QPTV. I'm so happy that you all were here to join me today on QPTV Daily Social Live. And I'm looking forward to bringing you what's coming up tomorrow and next week. But for today, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with more on what you should know from Queens Public Television. We can't do this without you. Excuse me. In fact, we're here for you. We want you to become part of our in real life social network. Go to QPTV.org to find out how to watch, learn, create with QPTV. Tell your friends about us. Share, subscribe. Post it on a wall. Write it on paper if you work like that. Stay safe and be well. Watch us tomorrow. QPTV Daily Social Live. Bye. That's a shaky cam right there.